What's up guys, welcome back to our video, and yesterday during the DC Fandome 2021 event, we got a new trailer for The Batman, which has a ton of new footage of Robert Pattinson's The Batman. Well, we got introduced to the Catwoman for the first time, and it shows new footage of the Riddler and what his connections are to The Batman. And in this video, this will be my breakdown of the new trailer for The Batman, uncovering all the Easter eggs and what the connections have between the Riddler and the Batman in this movie, as we're about to head into the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson as the Batman. So, let's get into it. So the trailer opens up with cops going to a diner arresting somebody, which looks like to be the Riddler, and as they are taking him away, we can see that there is a question mark made of foam in the coffee cup, and that might be the Riddler because he likes to make riddles, and because there's a reference back in the teaser trailer when the Riddler was making up questions and clues for the Batman to solve with an envelope called "To the Batman." And then we hear Batman saying, "Fear is a tool. When that light hits the sky, it's not just a call, it's a warning." We're referring back to that teaser that they put out before the new Batman trailer at DC Fandome, saying it's not just a signal, it's a warning, which means that we're going to see a side of Bruce Wayne that we've never seen before, like who's not in control of his emotions in this movie. In which we see the Batman signal up in the sky. And with this, the Batman is probably going to be going after the Riddler. Then next, in the scene of the trailer, we see Batman being up, streaking in skull makeup, and we see him try to take out someone in skull makeup. And now this is an exact reference to back in the teaser trailer when he was probably being up the leader of the gang, and then he was like killing him so far by punching him many times, and then saying I'm vengeance, and which means that with the trailer, it's probably gonna make some references to from the previous teaser trailer from the Batman as well. Then we see Batman talking to someone in the phone booth in a prison, which could be the Riddler, and with the Riddler saying, "I've been trying to reach you," and then Batman replies with, "What did you do?" which could mean the Riddler could have imprisoned himself, and the Batman could have sent him there just to talk to him, and maybe it's a connection between the Riddler and Bruce Wayne and the Batman. Then next in the trailer, we get introduced to Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, who is probably trying to make a love connection to Batman, and as we don't see her in her full Catwoman form, but we will see her Catwoman form later in the movie when it comes out, and I'm so glad that we get introduced to her character for the very first time in this movie. Next, we get to where Bruce is standing around a bunch of clues that maybe the Riddler left from, and as he's looking around, we can see that this is probably like a murder board, as we can see the sins of my father referring to Bruce's dad, Thomas Wayne, and then we see a normalized Coulson referring to Normal Lies back in the very first scene in the teaser trailer when the Riddler was taping up a guy and killing him, and the tape says, "No more lies." And now, with the name Coulson, it is actually a reference to Gil Coulson, who is a district attorney in Gotham City who works to fight injustice and corruption, and who is actually a target of the Riddler, which probably explains why his name is there, in which the Riddler probably taped him. And with this, Gil Coulson was actually taken hostage by the Riddler, and the Riddler probably made him break into the funeral of Don Mitchell Jr., who was the mayor who got killed by the Riddler, taming him and killing him, saying "No more lies," and which we do see on Gil Coulson with the envelope taped to his chest that says "To the Batman," with phone taped to his chest, with the Riddler saying the words that we heard back in the teaser trailer. Next, we hear Bruce saying, "And that doesn't matter what happens to me tonight." It means that he's dedicating his whole life to the mission that he's going on to avenge the death of his parents. And then we hear Catwoman saying, "It's only going to get worse for you." As for Bruce Wayne in this movie, is not going to have full control over his emotions, so it's going to bring up some villains, and that's why like some of my guys in this movie are going to be afraid of Batman. Then next, we see where it looks to be a confrontation of like a fight scene between Batman and Oswald Cobblepot, and within the scene in the trailer, this might look to be the Iceberg Lounge, because in the comics, the Iceberg Lounge is a nice trending nightclub in Gotham City, which is also the base operations for the Penguin, which means with this movie, it's probably going to make some connections to some DC comics related to the Batman and Detective Comics as well. Then we get to the most awesome scene in the trailer where a bunch of bad guys are trying to kill Batman, but his suit is bulletproof, and then the Batman is trying to take out one of the bad guys using the guns. It's like in a nice hallway scene. We can see like a fight between the Batman and a bunch of bad guys. It's also throughout like a gunfire, which is like the best part of this trailer. Then we see Batman in his Batmobile, and then we see a TV broadcast with the Riddler being shown in front and center with his face shown on the live stream, and then we see Batman looking up at the Riddler on the live TV as well. And then the trailer ends with the Penguin trying to kill Batman with fire and trying to kill him because the Penguin is a supervillain. And then Batman survives by going through with the fire because he hasn't done his job yet. He's trying to kill the Penguin. And then the most awesome thing happens when he flips his car over with the Batmobile, and then the Penguin's car flips over upside down. And then we have this awesome, brilliant shot of Batman going towards Penguin trying to kill him. And this is one of the most awesome shot that I've ever seen. It's beautiful, awesome shot in the trailer. And then the trailer ends from there with the Batman logo. So yeah, with this trailer, it's supposed to be the most highly anticipated movie with Robert Pattinson as Batman, and as in the trailer we got introduced to new characters for the first time, such as Catwoman, and we got more footage of the Riddler trying to leave more clues for the Batman to solve, as we're going to see Bruce Wayne in this movie, who does have full control over his emotion side. He can beat up any bad guys that he wants, and now we know that why the villains and the bad guys are going to be scared and fearful of the Batman. And with this, like, this is supposed to be like, you know, like dark and graphic with like violence and scary from the bunch of test screens that some people saw. But anyways, guys, I'm like very excited for what they have in store for the Batman and what Robert Pattinson is going to bring to the Batman when it comes out in 2022, and I think this is gonna be the best DC movie ever. I mean, the masterpiece. It's beautiful. I can't wait to see it when it comes out in 2022. It's gonna be the best DC movie. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What your thoughts are for the new trailer for the Batman, and how excited you are for the Batman to come out in 2022. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell for future videos. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for live updates. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.